Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Waalaikum assalam. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm also good, doing well, alhamdulillah.
Great. All set for today?
Yeah, it's 9:15 now. We're getting ready for dinner and then shall sleep, hopefully earlier.
Inshallah. So actually, Friday is obviously it's almost noon now. So I have to prepare for Jummah, inshallah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's start. I think this week we have been discussing all about ourselves and what we were going through.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this week up. Continuing it, and then we can focus on some other things next week.
Yeah, that'll be great because we have been talking about how we met our school days, our little bit of our college days. Next week onwards, we can talk about our professional side
Yeah.
and other happenings around the world. Like yesterday's CBSE topic was really good. It was very informative and something
Right,
needed and
exactly. That's what I think that we should take up. Different topics which are happening
yes,
around the world, which affect us in some way or the other. So yeah,
yeah,
definitely we'll look into that next week.
sure.
So I think I'll just start myself. I got into Muffakhamjah College, which is
Yes.
located in Banjara Hills, and it is affiliated to Osmania University.
Right.
So, I started in 2010 and I graduated in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I pursued electronics and communication engineering,
Right.
and it was a very good experience, I would say,
Right.
both education wise and I would say personal wise as well, personal
Right.
development. So yeah, it was a good experience. Before I go into depth, you can go ahead and tell about your institute.
Right. Absolutely. So, like I mentioned, maybe 2 days ago when we first talked about this, we mentioned, both of us, we got in through management because we finished our high schools outside. So, but I did write the local entrance exam and I tried for through counseling. But in the end, it was an experience because, 3 days, I think the counseling was there, JNAFU, Jawaharlal Nehru Architecture and Fine Arts University. So it was an experience, but in the end, what we got to know, unfortunately, a little late, that we can't get through counseling. We need to go through management. But Alhamdulillah, got into CSIIT, Church of South India Institute of Technology, which was a really good college. And uh, I chose that college particularly because, I'm not sure how MJ, yani Muffakhamjah's environment is. I think it is slightly, comfortable for us, right? Coming from abroad.
Yes,
Like,
yes, it is because it is very open, very chilled out. I felt, and
yeah.
it has a mixed crowd. So
Mhm.
because myself, I didn't know Telugu, so if I went into a college which was uh, you know, uh, where Telugu was the highest spoken language, then it would be difficult for me to get adjusted. But still,
Yeah.
it would be an advantage that I would learn Telugu some way or the other
Ah.
because it would have been forced. But
Mhm.
I would be uncomfortable because moving from Saudi and getting directly into some place where I don't know the language itself, it would have
Yeah.
been, a very difficult change. So MJ was, I think it was a bridging gap. It
Mhm.
was bridging the gap, and it helped me to uh, have a smooth landing in Hyderabad. I would say, get adjusted
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
and also the students. It was a mix of local and NRIs. So yeah, it was pretty good. And as you
Same,
mentioned,
same here.
as you
Mhm.
mentioned, I also gave the local entrance exam. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I gave the local entrance exam MSET, and
Yeah.
it was just, I think, I knew that I won't be able to utilize whatever rank I get, but because
Yeah.
people prepare for MSET beginning from, I think, inter first year, inter second year. So
Yes. Yes.
I myself, I did not prepare anything, but just my parents were like, just go give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Just get an experience. So
Yeah.
I gave that.
Absolutely.
Also, apart from that, I'm not sure if you remember. I guess you as well gave that exam in Riyadh, AIEEE exam.
Yes, we gave both science as well as
Yes,
architecture.
right. I also gave that exam. I think that was
Yes,
our center was
together.
in Riyadh, and I remember I gave that exam. I also got into one of the NITs. That NIT
Yeah.
Warangal was there. NIT Warangal
Yes,
was there,
NIT Warangal.
but you know, uh, my parents were like, first of all, you're moving first time from Saudi to Hyderabad, and directly, staying alone, living alone, and in India, you don't know anything and stuff. I think they thought to themselves, they didn't tell me, but they thought to themselves that it would be harsh to send him to a hostel in India directly. So I
Yeah.
think to get that comfort landing, I wasn't pushed over there. I was kept nearby, and yes, so that was the thing. And also, my dad, when I mentioned in the last video that my 12th grade and his retirement almost coincided.
Mm,
But because he was a SME, subject matter expert into the refinery, so he had
mm,
a lot of offers that other companies, like the contracting companies who had contracts with Aramco, uh,
yes.
because they met my dad a lot and they worked with him, so they wanted him to join their companies because Aramco always already had a age that it was a fixed age that 60 was it. You cannot work beyond that. But for local
Yes.
companies, there wasn't any specific age for that. So, but my parents, even if when the money was good, they were like,
Mm,
if you worked, you know, you worked, they worked almost 33 years over there. They were like, now it
yes.
is better to be with me. Actually, I was the one because my elder sisters were married back then. Uh,
Mm,
Already they were married. So I was the one who had to study and my younger sister. So they were like, they gave preference that they wanted to be there with me while studying because it's a
mm,
vulnerable age at that time.
yes.
Instead of just leaving me alone on the, you know, on the support of like relatives or someone like that. Because how own parents will take care or look after their own kids, others can't do that much. Even if they try
True.
to, they won't be able to do it. So
True.
they
True.
thought that way and they decided that instead of pursuing the offers, they made the decision to move back so that I could be in a, supervised environment,
Yes.
rather than roam around. It could have been different because, once you know that nobody is actually watching you or uh, taking care of you, supervising you, I think you can go astray, right? And especially
True.
in that age.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yes.
so
Yes.
I think that was one thing, that was a blessing that helped me to stay grounded and to stay uh, close to who we are as a person, right? So and
Absolutely.
yes, so that was one thing, and yeah, that's how my journey started. Uh, Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead. You were
No.
going. You were saying.
No. No. No problem. Speaking when you mentioned that, similarly, my father also had an offer from one of his ex-bosses near to Kuwait's border. And if I mention to you, I mentioned it to you not in the video that or maybe I did. Sorry, I don't remember. Okay, first I applied to KFUPM. I wrote the Qiyas exams, English, science, and aptitude. Alhamdulillah, I got really good percentage. I got in through that. But like I mentioned, they, just before, like a week or two before the fall semester began, they announced that non-Arab students will not be admitted this year due to some political reasons. My
Right.
father took me to KFUPM, talked with the dean, everything. But anyhow, it may have been, like
Things
you
like that
mentioned, a few
happen.
things, blessings in disguise coming to
Right.
Hyderabad. And also, definitely, there was some good here. So that didn't happen. So the next I tried in Dubai, even that I got. Again, like you said, leaving us alone at that age, our parents were a little careful, and it's definitely, like you said, much required at that age.
Right.
Supervision, parent supervision. So ultimately here CSIIT 5 years really good. And again, the same reason as you, the reason I chose CSIIT is because other colleges, they had, like you mentioned, Telugu. Even CSIIT had Telugu, but because it's a Christian minority, English was prominent, and the environment was a little, like you said, a little free, open. First year though went entirely in lots of events, parties, and all of that. Freshers, and that year there was some NASA annual fest as well. So
Mhm.
a lot of first year went entirely in those things. Second year was transition to a little more serious tone. Third year was like perfectly, you can say it became much more serious and onwards. So alhamdulillah, it was really good experience, really good friends. And like I said, the environment was the primary reason I chose that college in Secunderabad. That was
Right. And
so 5 years.
I remember you had a long ride as well, from your home to the college. It was,
Yes,
I think it was an hour's ride or so. Every day going an hour, coming back an hour. It was, I think it would have been tiring a lot.
it was, but alhamdulillah, like I said, may Allah grant all the goodness to our parents. My father, he purchased a Scorpio.
Right.
Actually, if you may remember, my father, even I, we are alhamdulillah tall, and my
Right.
father was a little heavy as well. So no car fit him except for Innova and Scorpio. But
Okay.
Innova at that time in 2012, there was an automatic variant available. So we
Right.
went
Right.
for Scorpio. And Scorpio every day, Munir uncle was the driver who my father kept. Every day morning, he used to take me. He used to stay there, and then he used to bring me back.
Okay. So he
And also
used
in
to
the
stay
beginning,
there the entire day.
yes, and also in the beginning, a year or two, my sister, she pursued MBA, and her college
Okay.
was a little different. So he used to first drop me, then drop her, and then come back to the college, wait for me, and then take me. And then my sister's van used to leave her in Mehdipatnam, nearby to your home, actually, that main
Right.
road. So we used to go there, pick her up, and then come back home. Very hectic, may Allah, grant him Jazai Khair. He really helped a lot, Munir uncle. So he used to do that. First year, I think my sister, pursued MBA. My second year onwards, she like her MBA was done. So then it was all me. So morning to evening, he used to stay there, and if at all any emergency, anything, he used to be there. So alhamdulillah, really
Right.
good thing.
That's great
Like I said,
support.
everything, parents, father made it very comfortable for me. It was a little tiring, but it was at Scorpio and it was very comfortable. And a lot of time, what's happened is that I not picked up by while dropping. I used to drop a lot of friends who,
Right.
Mehdipatnam, and nearby areas wherever
On the way.
close to
Right.
Secunderabad to Falaknuma. I used to drop a lot of friends and everything. It was a really good time, alhamdulillah. Good friends, good uh, environment, good everything. 5 years
Right.
went by just like that.
Right. Right. Yeah, it looks like that because for engineering as well, it was 4 years. And as you mentioned, this MJ is also a minority college, and it
Right.
has a lot of, it does have a, I think now it has a mixture of all students, and
Yeah.
it is what I feel it is very suitable for people who are just arriving back from the Middle East, the NRIs. It is very suitable for them, as it gives a cushion. It gives a cushion for them to get acquainted with Hyderabad in a good way.
Uh-huh.
Uh, because rather than going immediately into places, into other colleges, it back then, I don't know how it is now, but back then it was very difficult. There was not much social media as well, or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was difficult back then, but now I think it might have changed. So uh, in the start, I think I I didn't go through management quota. There were two quotas here. There was a
Mm-hmm.
UFRO option, the United University Foreign Relations Office. So it was almost 50% off than the management quota. And it
Okay.
was every college, like, like for example, MJ, in every stream, like civil, mechanical, electrical, each stream, each college had to give 10 seats up to University Foreign Relations Office. And those 10 seats, depending on the merit of the NRIs or the foreigners
Mm-hmm.
who are applying, they used to get it.
Right.
So it was like
Mm.
a 50% off. Like, if, for example, at that time, I remember ECE was about the rate to get in was about 12 lakhs. The
Okay.
donation, I think it was 6 lakhs, and then 1.5 lakh per year. So that was around total of 12 lakhs. But if you went, whoever got through UFRO, they got it in 6 lakhs. So
Okay.
it was almost 50%. And the other part was that they were giving the people who had merit, who had a good
Yes.
percentage, and who were NRIs, because NRIs couldn't, as you mentioned, if they didn't study from ninth in India,
Mm-hmm.
even if getting a rank through MSET wasn't helpful for them. So that was, so the students who were getting a merit in schools abroad, CBSE, or it was mainly CBSE. So this gave them a good platform that the meritorious students, they could get specific seats in the prestigious colleges of Osmania University. So that was a good.
I remember my father because our parents used to converse because both of us came and like we had to be uh, guided for the admission process. So I remember my father mentioning, talking to your father, and he's mentioned merit basis. So, mashallah, your score in high school was really good, and especially maths, I think. So that one particular subject was something I remember him mentioning. Okay, because his score was good, his maths score was good, so they preferred him. I don't know about I didn't know about the this thing. What do you say, the fees and all? But
Yeah.
that is something I remember. My father mentioning it.
Yes, yes. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
the marks obviously helped me to get into
Mm-hmm.
MJ. And I think the university also, they had this, scheme that was there for, I think, even after my admission. I think it was there for about 3 to 4 years, but after that they
Mm-hmm.
removed it. I'm not sure why, because whenever I used
Oh.
to suggest to other people, they mentioned that, I think they discontinued it. So, but it was a good platform which they had provided, and I was able to utilize it, and it was a good way to get in. And first year was just getting to know people, a different environment, because we were coming
Yes.
from a all boys school. That was the first thing, that was
True.
because uh, it was a completely new environment, because we weren't used to it. So but most of the students in back in India, they were just, it was something usual to them. But back in Saudi
Mm-hmm.
Arabia, it was very strict. So you know how it was back then. But
Yeah, yeah,
now Saudi Arabia is opened as well. But
yeah. Yes.
it was that way. And so the first year went in that, but obviously you
Mm.
had to concentrate on your studies as well. It wasn't that chill, as you mentioned. Your first year was gone in parties and stuff like that. We had a freshers party, But I myself was, just coming from Saudi, and from a conservative environment in Saudi.
Mhm.
It was like I was still in a shell even when I attended the freshers. So I was like very, very to myself. But then, yeah, second year, third year, I opened up. And because in Hyderabad, it is, once you make a group of friends or something like that, you can have a lot of fun. There are a
Yes.
lot of opportunities or places that you can have fun in a constructive manner. And
Yes.
so uh, s- as you mentioned, the 4 years, they just flew by. And
Mhm.
one day just arrived that, you're in a few days you'll be graduating. So that was a
Yeah.
reality check
So,
that, yeah.
because I got 2 years late, you completed your bachelor's and then you did your master's. Once you finished your master's, that's when I finished my bachelor's. So your master's and my was 2017, right? Your master's ended, or it was first year?
My master's ended in 2016.
16. Oh, so a year before me then,
Yeah,
Mashallah.
because
My
your course was 5 years, right?
yeah,
So
5 years.
yeah, so my bachelor's and my master's 4 years plus 2 years, 6 years. So yeah,
Yeah.
so from
Because
2010 to
my five
2016.
plus 2 years, I got late, so that's 7 years. But Alhamdulillah, it was for the good, definitely.
Yeah,
But yeah, so that was Alhamdulillah.
it was a fun time. It got a lot of learnings by attending
Yes,
college in India. A
true,
lot of
true,
learnings. And as I mentioned, but still, I remember, I during my college time, parents kept us in. I'm not sure about you. I think it must be the same because we almost our families were with a similar mindset. So um, till I graduated, and even because I graduated from my bachelor's and I went directly to master's, so it was like just a 2 months gap. So even till I graduated with my master's and then I came back to India, till that time, I wasn't aware with any of the things or any of the things that went into daily life, like day to day, how everything
Mhm.
run actually,
Yeah,
because everything was taken care behind the scenes, and actually no responsibility was put on us. So
yes, true.
it can be taken as a blessing, or it can be taken as a disadvantage as well. You can have both things to
Mm-hmm.
it, because we had fun. Obviously, alhamdulillah, it was a good time, we enjoyed a lot. But people who have there should be an option to give deliberately some responsibility to your uh, children
Kids.
as well, I guess, because that helps them to grow as well. I guess that's something, because they have to. It's not. Life is just not a bed of roses, right? You can't just keep
Yes,
them like protected, and immediately once they are done with everything, you just leave. Then it will be a shock to them, right?
definitely. Yeah.
So uh, it is something that should be, I think, for especially for nowadays, especially for nowadays in the
Mm.
in the social media era. So
Yeah, no, yeah.
it is required. And because once I came back from the US, then I got to know, that's the time when I got to know a lot of things that went through in Hyderabad, and actual daily routines, or what are the just it is said, uh, you know it is in simple language, but I'm not sure how to mention it, like uh, the rates of the bhav of dal chawal and stuff like that, that's basic
Yeah,
things.
daily staples,
आटे
staples
दाल
food,
का भाव
groceries.
बोलते हैं ना, like you must have heard that
Uh,
muhabra.
yes.
So
Yeah,
when you go outside, then you understand. It is not, I'm not telling specifically to only food, like construction related, how to interact
Yeah.
with the outsiders, how to interact in business dealings, how to
Yeah.
interact with different relations. So these
Yes.
are all those things which you learn when you come out of your shell and you are on your own,
Ah,
kind of thing.
true.
uh, but you still obviously have that support of your parents or your elders. But if they need to give you some space that you go and handle this, if god forbid anything goes wrong, we are always there as a wall. So
Ah,
that helps an individual to move forward a lot faster, I would say.
true. And calling back yesterday's changes in CBSE, one skill and AI and all, I think from school, if they do, that is something, that's where it starts actually. But yes, when parents also, give us that responsibility from an early on, then it is definitely helpful.
Right.
Because we didn't have all those, neither social media nor AI, anything during our school days. Facebook was the only thing. It came out in 2014.
And
No,
Facebook
Facebook also
was
wasn't there
something,
actually. It was maybe,
Facebook was something that you did for fun. You did for posting and stuff like
oh
that.
yeah,
It wasn't like
2014
today.
came out. I remember my cousin made me join 2006, I think. So yeah, it was for fun. It was just for fun. Nothing in the beginning. It was just friendship and all that.
Right.
But so we didn't like now the students of now they can really make utilize these social media AI and really prepare themselves for after school, after college days
Right.
from the beginning, like from early on stage.
Right. Right. Definitely. Yeah. I think through our talks as well, what we're discussing, I think many people can relate to it, who what we are telling, because
Yeah.
not everybody will go through the same thing. There may be people who might have a lot of responsibilities from a younger age itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So that will be a completely different experience from what we experience. So there may be some people who may relate. There may be people who will say, "What is this?" But it is what it is.
Mhm.
So I think we'll continue next week then. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Come-
continue next week. And like you mentioned in the beginning, we'll now we can shift to other topics.
Yes. Okay. See you then. Take care.
All right. So you too. Bye.
Before you go, we're giving away a free AWS Associate Certification voucher worth $150. Just like this video, subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram. One lucky winner will be announced on May 20th.